What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every single day on Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and the Dow Jones Industrial. We're going to be taking a look at the bearish and the bullish case scenario. I'm still leaning bearish. I think we're correcting from here, but I will show you points to watch. That would change my mind. So let's get into it. And don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, or investment advice. Always do your own research. There's a disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. Make sure you read it, and always remember this is my opinion, not yours. First, we're going to start out by taking a look at the news headlines just to get a feel for the sentiment. I'm going to refresh this just in case. Get set for Bitcoin halving, and that's what I put in the title, Bitcoin halving hype. With everything going on in the world, guys, I don't believe this little rally we're having, but I'll explain, and I will show you points where if we do pass them, possibly we could continue going higher. Market wrap, there's a bright side to Bitcoin's drop. Bitcoin could correct further to 100 simple moving average at 8,200 before takeoff. Cryptocurrency market value jumps 35 billion in 24 hours. Buy Bitcoin to escape fiat debasement, says new grayscale. Bitcoin at critical point as price suddenly roars towards 10,000. Twitter starts shock war with Bitcoin and crypto. Obviously, the news is a little bit bullish there. Let's take a look at the fear and greed index, see where we're at. We are at 40. We're down 4 points from yesterday, still in the fear. And let's take a look at the monthly. So looking at the monthly, we did close above that 8,500. We do have these closes up here at 93.50. If we can close this month, which this month just started, if we close above there, that's going to be extremely bullish. But we are above all the EMAs here. The 8 EMA is down here at about 82.50, right in that range. So I would look for support there if we fell down towards there. The question is, are we going to make it all the way back down to retest this 55 EMA on the monthly at about 5,050? I do think that's a possibility. I think it's still possible. We could even go lower than that. I want to thank all you guys that have been checking out my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. There is a link to that below in the description. I'll also put one in the pinned comments. Check it out. She's got a lot of cool stuff in here. Some stuff isn't listed. Just hit her up in the contacts, like long sleeve tees, hoodies, socks, keychains, some other stuff. But you can put any crypto you want. You don't have to put just what you see on here. Any crypto, any saying, family pictures, whatever. It's a great way to support the channel. Thanks a lot, guys. Also, don't forget to give it a giant thumbs up and leave your comments down below. That helps out more than you know. Doesn't cost you anything but a couple seconds. Just hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe for your updates every day. All right, so we're going to take a look at the weekly. On the weekly, I had this symmetrical triangle drawn in here with the white lines. And I have these targets at 28.45 and 1,030. Looking at this 28.45 is just the bottom trend line right here. There's some other stuff that lines up. You can check my previous videos. I'm not going to go into it all. And this 1,030 is the absolute worst case scenario in my opinion. Now, for the bullish case, guys, if we are able to come up here and break through this 9,500, the next point of resistance is going to be around that 10,000, 10,600, 10,500. If we break that, it is possible, guys, of measured move. Looking at this as a falling broadening wedge, the measured move would be 16,100, 16,200, somewhere in that range. Let's look at the RSI, or the RSI. If we look at this, it is in a falling channel. And if we zoom in, we are trying to peak out of it right now. So if we close the weekly this week above here, that could be extremely bullish, guys. And that could be calling for the bull run to continue. Let's look at the RSIs on the weekly, the EMAs, and the EMAs are looking bullish. They are all turning up right here, but they have not Nothing's flipped above the 55 EMA yet. 8 would be the first if that was to happen. Let's look at the daily. If you guys are interested in trading, I'm going to leave a Prime XBT link above. Prime XBT is a great platform where you can use Bitcoin to trade, you know, other coins, Forex, gold, oil, silver, all kinds of stuff in it. It's an excellent platform, guys. Definitely check it out if you are into trading. You can use my link below. That will get you if you use my promo code Savy50, you get 50% on top of your deposit. So if you were to deposit $1,000, they would put an extra $500 in. You can't take it out, but you can use it for trading and collect the profits. So there's another one too, Savy20, if you, or Savy25. Use Savy25 promo code. With that other promo code, you get 25% off your trading fees. I have other links to other trading exchanges too, and it's only the ones I use. The other ones are DOW, which is pretty cool. If you're new, it has a risk management tool on it, and then Bybit is the other one. All of them have sign up bonuses when you use my link, so definitely check them out. And let's take a look at, you look at these blue lines here. We had this rising broadening wedge, and this is the daily. If we were to come up and retest the wedge that we broke out of, would be around 10,050 to 10,100, somewhere in that range. If we did get up there, I would expect a rejection. That's the bullish case scenario, that we do make it up there. Although I think it's a good possibility we have topped out here. If you guys watch my videos, you'll know that I had this target at 94.17. We overshot it a little bit. I think we almost made it to 9,500. But regardless, we did hit, and that was a measured move of the breakout of this wedge. Actually, let me move this. It was actually a measured move of this rising channel. Let me put that in there. There we go. So anyways, that was a measured move. We did hit it. Now, if we were to come back down in the next day or so, we'd be looking at about 8,200 to retest the top of this rising channel that we broke out of. If we look at the RSI, we have hit the top of this rising broadening wedge here. So it does look like we're most likely going to be coming down to test the bottom of it. And rising broadening wedges, even in the RSI, break bearish. So if we hit the bottom of here and break down bearish, could be pretty ugly. We'll see what happens. As you guys know, if you look at these white numbers I have over here, these are the Fibonacci retracements. I have a Fibonacci retracement tool from the swing low to the swing high here. This is the 0.236, the 0.382, 0.5. And my target down here, if this is the top, I would expect a correction, most likely down to around the $6,000 range. And if you guys watch my videos, you know I've been eyeing this 5,400, which I still am eyeing the 5,400. And also the 0.786 fib of the, that'd be a 0.786 retracement of the whole move here would be around 5,000 to 5,100. I would expect a bounce there. Otherwise, then we're looking at the lower lows that I discussed earlier, around the 2850. I think that's a little less likely, but definitely keep in mind, guys, it is possible. I know everybody's getting super hyped about the halving, which I get it, but there's other things we have to look into, and we'll look at the DOW towards the end of this and look at the pre-market, which is got an hour before it opens, and I think it's doing pretty bad. I haven't checked it here before I made the video, but that will give us a clue, because whether people like to admit it or not, Bitcoin still follows the traditional markets. So if DOW goes down, it drags Bitcoin down. And a lot of times when we have these pumps, it's basically pumps when the markets are closed, and then when the markets open, it drags it back down. So this gives it room to get dragged down, in my opinion, guys. Definitely do your own research. Let's go into the 4 hour. I think I've said everything I wanted to say here, other than, if you guys remember, about almost 2 months ago, we drew this, which was back in here, as a possible inverse head and shoulders, and check it out. That's exactly what happened. Let's look at the 4 hour, and now we're going to take a look at why I believe we may have topped here and where to watch if we break certain areas. If we take the Fibonacci retracement and put it from this swing high up here, bring it down to the swing low. As you can see, we tagged, I'll zoom in, we tagged the 0.618 perfectly, which is the right in the golden pocket area here. Now the other, if we were to come up and pass the 92.50 and close 1 hour above 92.50, then we could have higher to go. We could be coming up to test this. So keep an eye on that 92.50, 92.60 range. If we close 1 hour above that, then we're most likely going to continue up. But we are getting rejected the 0.618 as of right now. And if we looked at this whole move as an ABC, I will show you real quick what I mean by that. We looked at this whole move and then this being an A, B, C. If we zoomed into smaller time frames, you would see 5 waves in A, 3 waves in the B, and then the C would most likely come down to around the 8,200 area. So that's my first target if we do not break the 0.618 here. So look at the obviously the EMAs are pretty bullish here. We are getting support in the 4 hour at the 8 EMA. Let me go over to Litecoin, and it's the same thing, guys. I'm just going to make this real quick. As you can see, I have the Fibonacci retracement targets here. The 0.618, if Litecoin has topped out, would bring us down to the 3,500. And if we zoom in here and we put a Fibonacci retracement on there, Litecoin did not make it to the 0.618. It got rejected at the 0.5 fib. So chances are we could be continuing down from here. Let me throw a, if this was an ABC, our target that we'd be looking for here is around 43.18, right in that range. So keep an eye on that. Let's look at Ethereum. Same thing. Let's throw the Fibonacci retracement on there and see where that got to. 0.618 got rejected perfectly at the 0.618 there. We are getting supported at the 8 EMA. So let's look at a target if this is an ABC. And if this is an ABC here, we would be looking for a 192.50 range for Ethereum. As of right now, we have come back and retested this wedge and obviously got support on it. We'll keep an eye on it, see what's going to happen here, guys. We are dropping and everything right now. Now let's take a look at the pre-market. Let me refresh this. Dow is down 455 points with an hour left before open. So it's looking like today is definitely going to be a down day for Bitcoin unless the market flips. It is Friday. Maybe they'll try to rally. We'll see what happens. But Dow Jones is going to be key, guys. Traditional markets. If you guys know and have been following this, I had this as a rising wedge here. I do have a measured move of the breakdown, which we did break down yesterday. And actually, it's going to come down a little bit. Right around 20.3 points, or 20.3 thousand points would be the measured move from the breakdown of this wedge. And if we zoom in, you can see we broke down and we came back up, tested it for resistance and got resisted. So most likely, guys, we're headed down. And this target doesn't mean we reach this target in a day. Obviously, it would take some time. But if you guys want to know my longer targets for it, check out my previous videos. I have the longer targets in there for the Dow Jones. But appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Sorry the video is kind of all over the place. I'm a little late for work. I got to get going. So I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking the CryptoSavy logo above my head if you haven't already. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm out.